Hey everyone, this is Louisa Munson. You might know me as Mrs. M, and you're listening to the highlights of our ebook Should I Move to Portugal, which is celebrating the first 5 years of our family life in this amazing country.
Hey, hola a todos. Hello, everyone. As Mrs. M was saying there, thank you for joining me for this reading, celebrating 5 years in Portugal. Should I move to Portugal? I'm recording this, incidentally, for the third time. Had a few technical difficulties over the last couple of days, including trying to commit this to audio and video. Did you see the show this morning? Oh, my goodness. My guests, Michael Averbook of Serenity, Daniel Reyes from Reyes and Pelicano, and the wonderful Nuno Mendes from Winsurance. They had to present the show on their own as I crashed from the scene as literally sparks were flying here from the power supply in the studio. Anyway, let's see how we get on today. Let's bring on today's reading. There you go. Forgot about Fatima. Forgive me. I need to go back in time and tell you about Fatima. It looks like I got ahead of myself, forgetting to tell you about one of our memorable day trips when living in central Portugal, where, of course, there's so much to see. Before heading to the safety of the coast, we decided quite by coincidence, and I think going to the coast, wanting to tell you about San Martinho de Porto had me forgetting about Fatima. But looking through the photographs of our journey here, I had to share, that one with you. As you can see on the screen there, forgot about Fatima and the incredible, as I've captioned it in the reading here in this chapter, stark and inspiring religious art abounds across this devotional landscape. Quite an extraordinary place, I have to say. Right, let me carry on then with the reading. Central Portugal, so much to see and do before heading to the coast for safety. Quite by coincidence, we head to Portugal's pilgrimage capital alongside thousands of said pilgrims who happen to be converging on the town that same day. Religious tourists numbering between 6 and 8 million in any other year seem to be out in even greater force as we're there, celebrating the centenary of the apparitions of Our Lady to 3 children in 1917. Suddenly, the walking hordes in their high-vis vests along the A roads and smaller roads converging on Fatima made sense. Strumming guitars, some of them were, in a kumbaya style. We parked, some might say miraculously, near the town centre, and were stunned by the scale of worship and devotion. It's quite an extraordinary place, Fatima. Yes, thank you, Ken and Grizz, our spirit guys, for finding us a parking space on this day when so many people were in town. Our Lady, so it's reported and celebrated, of course, appeared to the 3 shepherd children when this place, now a major and well-organised destination, is extraordinary, was just a small Portuguese village. And it is hard to imagine that it was once only a small Portuguese village, which then became this tourist destination, resorts, everything to do with the pilgrimage to Fatima, one of the world's major Catholic pilgrim sites. She was seen, Our Lady, this was seen 6 times by Lucius, 9, and her cousins Francisco, 8, and his sister Jacinta, 6 years of age, between May the 13th and October the 13th, 1917. Now, this latter date, October the 13th, is the climax of the pilgrimage of 2017, and we were there a few days before that. And there they were, heading towards Fatima, on this bright, sunny autumnal day, as you can see from the picture, if indeed you can see the picture. It is on the podcast cover. So religious then, in conclusion, religious, spiritual or atheistic, it's hard not to be moved by Fatima or struck by how these children's lives were so changed. And believe me, their lives were changed. We went to see an audio-visual presentation of what happened between the 13th of May and the 13th of October for these children, these shepherds' children. And they were interrogated by the Catholic Church, senior members, senior leadership, as well as the police, I believe, as well. It's quite something for them to have gone through in their lives. So an incredible story, an incredible part of Portuguese history and of Catholic history. And go find out more for yourself, whether you are religious, spiritual, atheistic, agnostic. I do defy you to be unmoved in some way by the incredible place in Portugal that is Fatima. So thank you very much for being here today. I'm going to get out while I can and while the technology is holding up, and I'll be back again tomorrow, Tamanya, with another reading from Should I Move to Portugal.
So we hope you're enjoying listening to our adventures. Don't forget that Good Morning Portugal is all about helping you to feel at home in Portugal. And if you'd like to know more about how we can help you on your journey, just go to www.goodmorningportugal.com.